Hi everyone. I am very happy to be with you today, even it is through video, to celebrate the 20 years of improving life through evidence. 20 years of great action for people like mine and for those who were deserve your support. Of course, we should celebrate Positive Day. But it is very hard to stay positive in this world where my people and many other indigenous peoples around the world facing the consequences of climate change every day, in addition to other crises around the world that create more poverty and injustice. Let me share with you who I am as indigenous woman. I come from indigenous call it Mbororo. We are pastoralist, nomadic, and semi-nomadic people living around all the Sahel region. Our way of life is moving from one place to another one to find water and pastures, and at the same time, our cow dung help the land to get fertile in a natural way. We live in harmony with the nature. We are nature. Since 2 decades, my people are facing the extreme weather event from drought that dry everything to the floods that wash everything and the heat wave that reduce our food production where our social and economic life is destroyed. Conflict between communities to access the remaining natural resources is rising everywhere and people are fighting each other. Lake Chad, who used to be one of the largest lakes in Chad, who is 25,000 kilometers square of fresh water when my mother get born, lost 90% of his water. And more than 40 million people living and depending of this fragile ecosystem. This is one of the most challenging aspects of climate injustice. For women, it is even more challenging because if man cannot work with our cattle to produce milk, they leave the communities to find job in the cities, leaving women and children on their own in the rural areas alone to face these consequences. That is one of the reasons I became a climate advocate. And with my organization, we work with the communities to build solutions in a small-scale project. The example is we develop tools to support communities to fight against climate change. We build a 2D and 3D participatory mapping by using science, technology, and the traditional knowledge of my people that help to map the natural resources and develop adaptation strategy. Amy Vital, my friend here in the room, visited me in Chad during one of the exercise. So for instance, women are the only one who can put in the map the medicinal plant and the remaining fresh water sources. By doing so, they help the whole communities to build an adaptation and resilience. We build it around Lake Chad, over 3,500 kilometers squares of mapping. And to do so, we just talk to the peoples. We listen to them. Even if they didn't get the chance to go to school, they are the one who can better know their landscape and they can build a sustainable solution for themselves. And this project helped also to give a land rights to the women that they can do an agroecology and they can protect the biodiversity and generate an income for their children. So today, my top recommendation to you are these people should be a top priorities of your list. And you should make everything to help them to get direct access finance to build the resilience. Respecting the indigenous people rights, and particularly the land right, is not negotiable. We know that the world is facing a new era of food insecurity. At the end of the day, it will put more pressure on our forests and our land. And there is a major risk that the big companies and even the state try to grab our land where we protect the ecosystem for centuries. So, all the decision makers, from the government to the business, should make it clear grabbing land and destroying ecosystem is not an option. They should make sure that safeguard and free, prior, and informed consent of the communities are everywhere. If not, we all risk to accelerate the climate change and the loss of biodiversity rather than building a strengthening solutions. My last word to you today is, we can still make a difference. We can make it only if we act all together on the ground with concrete projects. If everyone on this planet install a solar panel, develop a small-scale agriculture, stop consuming what destroying our forests, then we will make it. What leaders have failed to do on climate change, we can do it. Happy 20th anniversary.